Steve Patterson joins us now from Los Angeles. He was one of the first correspondents for NBC News on the ground there. Steve, you did amazing reporting at the time, just relentlessly telling the stories of those communities impacted by this. Walk us through what we know in this report right now.
So part of the storytelling is what happens now. And part of what's new about this reporting is in the word that you said earlier, which is rekindled, reignited, because there has always been a debate about whether or not there was one fire or two fires. And that's important for a number of reasons. First of all, obviously, this fire sparked the morning of August 8th. It then started to spread, but firefighters were on scene rather quickly. And based on their accounts, they entirely put the fire out. Like, the fire was gone by the afternoon. It then started again, and that fire is what swept in Lahaina, killing more than 100 people, forever changing, really, the state of Hawaii. The delineation, though, was in whether or not that fire had rekindled and restarted, or was there a separate fire? Obviously, it comes from broken Hawaiian Electric Power Company lines. The reason why the narrative they wanted, essentially, was two fires is because it's possible, if there was two fires, that maybe that second fire was started from a different ignition source. According to what we heard today from the county, from the ATF, that is not the case. This is the same fire. The fire started, the fire was put out, the fire then rekindled because of some debris or something that was still on the ground, on the surface there, where there was very incredibly bone-dry brush. There was miles of this stuff all over the state. It then caught that, ignited by this, these hurricane-force winds, swept into that community, killed so many people forever, again, changing the landscape of the state. The power company has released a statement saying that they feel obviously terrible for the fact that part of their operation is what started that initial ignition, and that they're obviously fully cooperating with federal investigators as this continues. Meanwhile, of course, there are dozens of lawsuits, not only at the power company, but the county, but the fire department, police department, everybody that's really contributed to trying to put the fire out was sort of blamed initially for not responding adequately. There was this response that people expected when they heard from the National Weather Service that there would be these incredibly strong winds specifically on this day. There was an Attorney General report not too long ago that specifically looked at this to say that there wasn't enough done when they heard this news to really help out on the day. And so we have the resulting report and the release of what is called the cause of obviously the ignition here today. Allison.
And Steve, while we have you, because you did spend so much time on the ground in Hawaii, in the community of Lahaina and others, as all of this was happening, and then even later going back, staying in touch with people, I'm curious if we could have you sort of just reflect on what this report might mean for people in that community. As you're laying it out, I'm thinking to myself, we can say something's accidental, but that doesn't mean it's not negligent too. Is this going to be healing for people in that community, or does it just lead to more questions?
It leads to more questions initially, but it also leads to some form of closure, because before this, there was no cause. Like, anytime anybody has something tragic happen, they want to know why exactly happened. Is there someone to blame, which this report, by the way, doesn't do. We should be very clear about this. It doesn't assign culpability, criminality, none of that. That may come later, of course. That doesn't sort of dissuade people from that sort of conclusion. But I think people just want answers. And this is one of those answers. It's not necessarily the most comforting answer to know that this was a power company, that people tried to put it out and that it reignited and took so many lives. But it's one answer in a sea of so many questions that people had for more than a year. People did not know what the cause of ignition was, and now they do. So it's something, Ellison. It's not everything, but it's something.
All right, Steve Patterson, thank you for your relentless reporting on this story. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.